am Professor Snehal Gujratri from Civil Department of Engineering of Gharda Institute of Technology. So the video you saw just now was the glimpse of our Gharda Institute of Technology. And towards our session today, today we all are gathered here for 3 days webinar, which will be conducted on skills and career prospects for civil engineering. So I hope you stay connected for all 3 days, attend all the sessions and enjoy and enhance your skills. For the basic idea to conduct this webinar was, as faculty, we thought that there is some gap between the practical and industrial knowledge. So to bridge that gap, we thought of coming up with such an unique webinar. So welcome you all once again. For a department introduction, I invite our HOD, Dr. S.K. Patil, sir, to give a short introduction of our department, and then we'll proceed towards our session. Over to you, sir. Patil, sir.
Good morning to all participants. A very good morning to all of the participants. Namaste. Myself, Dr. S.K. Patil. I'm a head of department of civil engineering, Gharda Institute of Technology. So this Gharda Institute of Technology was established in 2007-8. So it has been 13 years long period, and the institute has been tremendous successful in imparting technical education to the rural society within this Konkan region. So at Gharda Institute of Technology, we offer engineering educations within a various stream like a chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, electronics and telecommunication engineering, as well as civil engineering. We work on a vision of Gharda Sahib to play a distinct role in transforming individuals so that these professionals will work towards betterment of society. So these are our guiding principles. We work on these. Department of Civil Engineering was established in 2010 with intake capacity of 60. Currently, we are offering undergraduate course, and vision of civil department is to develop an individual as a proficient civil engineer with a social responsibility. We have total 11 faculty members. Out of that, 3 are PhD, 2 associate professors, and 2 more faculties have registered for PhD. So the expertise of all the faculties is of diverse fields like structural, construction engineering, geotechnical, environmental engineering, and exposure to the building materials and construction technologies. So we have got a diverse faculty having plethora of experience. So these are glimpses of faculty of civil department. In a civil department, we mainly concentrate on student-centric activities, like the projects which have been conducted within a department. They are mainly of social aspects. The content beyond syllabus is included in individual subjects. So we are not only limited to teaching the content within the syllabus. A very good initiative, I can say, that we have started at Gharda Institute and Civil Department is imparting online education through platforms like Coursera. For NPTEL, we have been participating for long 4 years, and self-hosted lectures, which will be mainly done in coming semester. At Civil Department, we have set up outreach center in association with Indian Institute of Remote Sensing and ISRO. So this department organizes courses such that students are allowed to learn with their own pace through this online learning medium. We concentrate mainly on internship. We force the student to go for the industry training, whereas student competition and technical events are organized within the department. For last year, we have got a 13 placements, not this current year, last year. And out of total 60 students, 11 students have gone for higher education in previous academic years. So this I'll just welcome you to Department of Civil Engineering webinar on skills and career prospects for civil engineering. With this, I like to give on the control to Snail Gujarati madam. Over to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was introduction from our side. Now, not making you wait for a longer time, we'll directly start with our session for the today.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So for the first session, our speaker is Dr. S.K. Patil, sir, our HOD, sir. Sir has done his PhD from IIT Bombay, his master's from in environmental engineering from Virtual College of Engineering. So he has a huge experience of 20 years with many practical aspects. So I hope you take advantage of it, whatever he'll be presenting it today to you, and get your skills, enhance your skills, and enjoy this session. Patil sir, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Uh, whether my screen is visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
visible, clearly.
Okay. So, dear students, I like to welcome you on session one of the first day, which is mainly focused on job-oriented applications in transportation engineering. So, even after brief introduction by Snail Gujarati ma'am, I like to uh, introduce myself as a Dr. S.K. Patil. I completed PhD from CSR, Center of Studies in Resource Engineering, IIT Bombay, and I have got my graduation as well as master's degree from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli. I have been in this teaching field for last 20 years, and currently I am a head of department of civil engineering at Gharda Institute of Technology. So all my these contents presentations can be accessed on my website www.skpatil.com. Let us continue with job opportunities in civil engineering. So before going into the deep of civil engineering, let us concentrate on what is a engineering actually means. So engineering, it is nothing but application of scientific and systematic approach. Okay, that is a scientific and systematic approach by through the design or in construction or in operation. All these three approaches can be used for structure, equipment, and system. So when we are talking about a design parameter, the structure has to be designed. That is, a building will be designed, RCC structure, beam, column. So main objective of design with respect to structure point of view should be the structure should be economical. Whereas when we think about a design of a equipment, we mainly focus on efficiency. So like a tractor design, which is not mainly related with civil, but that is a combination of electromechanical engineering, chemical engineering. So design of equipment will be mainly done with objective of efficiency into mind. Whereas When we think about a design of a system, so what is a system? It can be any documentation system, any work culture in the company. So that system procedure can be designed to be sustainable. So when we are talking about a construction of a structure, that is actual making. The first parameter was a design, which is office work, whereas construction is actual making. So construction of a structure, construction of a equipment, that is the making of a equipment, which will be again done by the mechanical electrical guys. Whereas system construction, that will be made of people. When we think about all these made structure equipments, that has to be used by people. So there comes the question of operation and maintenance. So these operation maintenance structure procedures has to be operated on a structure, that is a building maintenance, equipment, that is a machinery maintenance, or a system like ERP, like a office work or software guys do, that is operation and maintenance of a system. So in short, we can say that our whole world is a combination outcome from engineering. So all these equipments we see nearby, those can be categorized as a infrastructure development. So what are the infrastructure? With respect to civil, we see around us. So that infrastructure will be roads, railway engineering, whole structures, bridges engineering, pipeline design, construction, channel or canals design construction, setting up of traffic signal and a design, uh, communication, cabling, laying out, water collection and storage. That is a elevated service reservoir design, water collection facility, that is a dam, etc. Construction and design, design of water treatment plants, subunits, setting up and design of water distribution line, network, drainage and sewer distribution network setting up, and a design of storm drains. So all are infrastructure which have been set up by civil engineering. So as a people, as a society, we wholly depend on infrastructure development. That is a parameter. Infrastructure is developed, operated, and maintained for transportation of people and products. So we can see that depend word has been highlighted. So whenever we say that we are dependent on something, like India is dependent on China for receipt of raw material, so that depend work word can be exploited on a need based. So with respect to infrastructure, whenever we say that public is dependent on infrastructure development, we can say that as a civil engineer, we can exploit it to our benefit. So there is a huge demand for civil engineer in infrastructure development, maintenance, kind of things. So any engineer, not only rather civil engineer, any engineer can work in a three varieties of job. That is a desk job. So whenever we are thinking about a desk job, oh, looking at the first picture, we cannot just say that people will be idle. It is also a hectic job, which will be having a stress on brain. Many of the time, the desk job will be hybrid of field work as well as office work. Difficulty of a desk job, in my opinion, for civil engineering will be there is a very few number of people catering to the services to the large amount of field work. So in simple words, Think about any big company, say L&T or Hindustan Construction Company. The office people working in the company will be limited as compared to number of engineers on field. So with respect to people working in office doing the civil job, they will be having limited possibility of promotions. So that's why I say that there is a limited space for upward movement. Now, these people who have been working in the desk job will be mainly working on a design, data analysis, interpretations of data, uh, collection, movement, and verification, management of material and stocks. Now, new variety of job is emerged, which is a site and office interaction is being handled by some specialized persons. So, big companies, what they do is they will be working on a principle of just in time. Suppose some cement is required, so they will not be spending money in buying the cement of 1,000 bags early by 1 month. They will see that within the next week on which site how much cement will be required, and they will be buying on continuous basis. So a person who is in office has to take the control of inventory at all the sites within the company premises and has to manage material order procurement from a single place. So that principle will be called as a just in time JIT. That is a new job avenues coming into the companies. This uh, improves into optimization and which will save money. Another desk job will be scheduling of the activities and where Microsoft project kind of softwares are being utilized. We already know the meaning of the word computer aided design. So structural design, computer drafting can be included in this desk job. Another will be interaction with the all human resources. So that will be on-field person, office person will be interacting with the office persons. Whereas a field job, that will be the backbone of any company. This person who is working on a field will be having specialized exposure. In big companies, the person will be working on a road or only concreting or only multi-story structure. So he has got a very specialized skill set, experience of that particular sector only. And if that sector is not populated with big number of persons, there is a huge scope for promotion. And if the structure is that sector is demanding, that is a building construction, apartment construction like a Pune and Bombay cities, then there will be huge demand. Okay, so uh, field job will be mainly related with the on-site work, execution of work, site investigation, data acquiring like a survey work, and sending this data to the field offices. Then collecting the orders from field office and executing on the site. A third variety of job where civil engineer can work will be if you are intellectually fine, I can say that you can move to the research center or go to the university or college, become a professor like me, or you can set up your own business. Even consulting is a good option where you are uh, owner of your own wits and will. Another option will be to join government or private firms. Now, to the work in these fields, the person has to be intellectual. He has to have some kind of edge, or some of the fields are allied, like a teaching. Those are supplementary. Whereas own business will give us financial freedom, but it will take time to reach to that financial freedom. So every job has its own advantage. Now, with respect to transportation engineering, that is the objective of today's presentation. what are the job opportunities in transportation engineering. So let us go through what do we mean by transportation engineering. It is classified into different streams like a highway engineering, railway engineering, airport engineering, tunnel engineering, bridge engineering, and harbor engineering. So all these units are aggregated to a single term which is infrastructure. And civil engineer, there is a huge opportunities in this infrastructure development field. Now you may ask me why the infrastructure field is going to click, how it is going to be evolve into coming years. We have been hearing for long many years that India is a developing country. So that means still there is a scope when we call ourselves as a developed country. Till that time, if our country is a developing, there is a huge scope for developers, which are civil engineer. Now, what is actually happening in the market? Right now, as we know, there is a situation of COVID, and due to that, economy is in downturn. So slowdown is happening. A recession is going to be there. Now, whenever some kind of recessions are going to occur, as we have seen from the history of last 100 years, government will always take some measures like a decrease in rate of interest, which will increase the amount of money available with the people, and that's how they will be spending. So government is also willing to spend on public works. You might be knowing that there is a huge development occurring through from government side on development of highways, railways, ports. So these kind of public sector work or huge works will be in requiring more number of civil engineers. And all these infrastructure units are default development fields where money is going to rush in, because developing of these infrastructure will lead to secondary development into the economy. Therefore, for development of infrastructure will be a huge, but there will be large number of players who will be willing to pay in the money. So right now, the people are ready to pour in the money. We know that there is a different scheme of construction where you can construct based on a toll. So you are borrowing the money from public, constructing, and again paying back from the pocket of public. So that way we can go on constructing huge structures. So when we are talking about scope of a civil engineer in highway engineering, that is a construction, he can either supervise the road construction, he can be highway engineering consultant who is going to design freeways, mass transit system, railway, or street projects. He can design traffic signal or traffic control plannings. Nowadays, we know the word called as a Tesla, autonomous cars. So these are the high-end car system or vehicle mass transit system which will be utilized by the public. So that way, if the autonomous cars are going to be there, someone has to design this intelligent system. Not only computer guys will be doing that, that is a combination of civil, mechanical, computer, all types of engineers will be required in design of such a high-tech intelligent transportation system. So as a highway engineer, you can also work in traffic management control center. So if you go to the Mumbai, they have got a huge control center where they will be monitoring number of locals, trains moving in and around the different railway stations. So number of peoples will be required will be huge, will be monitoring the system and operating on it. So if this network is going to increase, more number of people will be required for operation and maintenance. So when we see that as a civil engineer, if he wants to join a government sector, either he can join to the central government facilities. So that is through Union Public Service Commission. Exam will be there. That exam will be mainly called as the Indian Engineering Services exam. That is IES. We know the word IAS, Indian Administrative Services. In the same direction, it is a IES. So if we clear this exam, that engineer can join Central Public Works Department, Railway Engineering, or Water Resource Structures, or Military Engineering, and he can be posted all over the India. When we think about a lesser competition, we can concentrate on state level opportunities where Maharashtra Public Service Commission will be there. As compared to IES examination, Maharashtra's government is also setting up, organizing engineering service exam through which we will be able to join in Public Works Department of State, Water Resource Structure, or Maharashtra Jeevan Pradhikaran, that is water distribution network system. So these are the opportunities you can join in government through passing out exams, but you have to keep on preparing. So by meaning of preparation, hmm, what we can identify is if we prepare for an exam like a Indian Engineering Services, you can just remember or note down the name of these cadres, that is Indian Railways Service of Engineers, Indian Railway Stores Service. These are the different units in a central government who will be hosting or posting the requiring large number of civil engineers. Central engineering service like in military engineering, building roads and cadres, central water engineering, or a person who is passed directly can be appointed as an assistant executive engineer starting from junior engineer cadre, or survey of India service. So what this list means to a civil engineer, you can take any of the name on left side and find the name on Google, check the website. These all government sectors will be setting up the examination, which will be mainly posted on websites like MPSC, UPSC. You can use the tools like RSS feed, subscribe to these channels where whenever advertisement is set up, it will come to your email inbox. Or alternatively, you have to periodically check on all these websites, say within a 15 days period. You have to check all exam services sites where there is any vacancy or not. So you have to stay updated, not only in terms of web information, but you have to keep yourself studious and keep on applying to these jobs. So when we think about opportunities in public sector, these are the public sector undertakings. In short, we call those as a PSUs, Navratna companies like a BHEL, BHEL, BEL, Coal India, HPCL, BPCL, Mazgaon Dock, NACL, NMDC, SAIL, NTPC, Indian Oil Corporation, ONGC, Power Grid, Rights, Railway Engineering, or banking sector. These have very high opportunities. These have very high opportunities, and they are constantly communicating with many of the vacancy positions. Mainly the post which will be available in these PSCs will be starting from junior engineer. He can be recruited at a base level, or you can join on temporary basis through graduate apprentice scheme. Our training placement officer, Mr. Sandeep Magdum, will be able to guide us on tomorrow's session on this graduate apprentice and graduate engineering trainees. But I can say, tell you one thing. This is the most important facility which is ignored by the students, internship and apprenticeship. So that is our wild card where we can join a big company. Another post where civil engineer can join depending on his expertise and experience is senior engineer, executive trainee, or project managers. So when we are talking about job opportunities in transportation, we can identify some threats in the market at local level and state level. Infrastructure funding has increased, so there is a need of civil engineers. In many of the government jobs, people are retiring where gap is there. Right now, the stance of government is to fill those positions on temporary basis, but eventually it will be required on permanent basis. Then there are a lot many projects who are still at active development stage, which are going to affect economy. Those needs to be pushed ahead. So money will be rushing into those projects. Then early opportunities will be available in these sections. Qualified engineers will be required to set up high standards like ISO standards or transportation standards. There is a requirement of people in those sections also. So this transportation engineering is going to offer a diverse career options and unique challenges within this. And salary of these people working in the transportation section after 5 years is anywhere comparable to people working in software companies. That is huge change is going to occur. High salary will be offered to these people. So how you can grab opportunities at these utilities? At graduate level, what you can do is you can take up internship, that is industrial training to the big companies, which will give you practical exposure. If you are sincere enough in your approach, you will be allowed to continue, you will be offered to continue your job. You must have some sound knowledge of your basic engineering branches like a survey, quantity estimation. You must have some intrapersonal scheme and a research. So if you want to study ahead, you can either go for GATE examination, by which if the score is good, you can take admission in NITs, IITs, and you can complete your education on scholarships. There is a even easily education loan is being offered by the big banks if you are taking the admission to the IITs. If you want to do specialized work in highway engineering, special degree, master's degree will be preferred, and masters in engineering, masters in highway engineering or transportation engineering is available in Bangalore University, Punjab Engineering College, or IIT Kharagpur, Andhra University, COEP College of Engineering, Pune. Likewise, you can check out on GATE website and you will be coming across different name of colleges where this transportation engineering specialization, masters in transportation degree is being offered. If you want to be a highway engineer, what the skill sets will be required for you? That you must know to prepare and check a project design, to do the calculation and drawings, verify the calculation and drawings of a project. That is a, suppose highway is there. You need to prepare a detailed project review document. That is a preparation of DPR, which is a portion of our syllabus in transportation engineering. preparation of contract documents, which is included in subject quantity survey and estimation, checking of drawings and calculation, which is even our topic of the presentation in day 3. Undertaking work on site as a inspection, investigation, and supervision. Then to have intrapersonal skills so that you can communicate effectively with suppliers, clients, contractors in private as well as public sector companies. If you have got this only skill, intrapersonal communication, the chance of job are going to increase by 50%. Another skill set which will be preferred from the people will be analyzing the problems and developing innovative solutions. Then knowing the standards of health and safety hazards, that is OSHA standards, ISO 14001 standards. A brief introduction of this content is being covered in subject syllabus. Then presentation skills so that you can present your task to your higher authority, assigning the work to the juniors, then managing the task such that saving of time and cost will be ensured. Design of highway projects using a software like a MX Road is a preferred agenda. So it is a in high demand. We have got this software in civil engineering. Then inspect pavement rehabilitation, that is the repair works. These are the skill sets required from a highway engineer. If you want to work in an airport, you must have some kind of a field training or design or construction or maintenance experience in activities units like aerodromes, that is a runway, air traffic control, or passenger buildings, or various buildings within an airport premises. Supervision of foundation work, then design of landing strip, calculation of traffic, design of taxiways, runways, drainage, etc. facilities within the airport premises. You can organize work in laboratory to ensure proper evaluation of soils. That is a site investigation which can be done in laboratory. So these are the qualities required for the airport engineering. If you want to work as a harbor engineer, you must know same qualities with respect to application to harbor, docks, uh, different kind of bays, so that those construction, design and maintenance is known to the civil engineer. There will be again maintenance of port facilities, maintenance of sewer line, design of sewage facilities. Likewise, job profiles will be available in port engineering. So I have taken liberty to list out job opportunities in environmental engineering also. So this will be my last slide. There is a huge demand for consulting in environmental engineering. So which will be environmental engineering is mainly related with water and wastewater treatment plant. That is a hydraulic design of these systems, or water supply scheme design, that is network design, lift irrigation scheme, storm water design, treatment plan, or you can set up your own laboratory. Nowadays, you might know that every farmer has to preserve and maintain agriculture soil agri card. So he has to get his sample, soil sample tested in laboratories, and he will be allowed to get government discount facilities based on that card. So nowadays, these soil testing laboratories, environmental laboratories, and wastewater testing laboratories, or air pollution laboratories are in huge demand. There is a need of people. If you have got a age in laboratory practices, you can join such laboratories. In big cities like a Pune or Mumbai, separate water or wastewater treatment plants are being set up. A civil engineer is required to monitor these plants and operate under strict guidance. So there is a huge demand for civil engineer in such sectors. Nowadays, private companies are coming up across which take up the contract to manage such plants, and under them, these companies we have got a tremendous opportunities. Another job opportunities will be innovation with respect to research and development. If you have got a very good edge in research field, you can work in such field like a heavy metal or precious element extraction. These are some of the opportunities where you can utilize the job. Another thing is internship. Let's skip that slide and then we can move out to question answer session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Sure.
so I was talking about internship to the students. So what is happening in engineering colleges is whenever it is thought about like an industrial training or internship, student think in terms of bringing a certificate without going to the field. But it is a big opportunities for them to join very good companies, and I will tell you how you can get internship from big companies, which websites you can come across where these internship offers are being placed. So that will be one of the ways where you can join big companies like a L&T or Shapurji Palamji. You can Hindustan Construction Company, where you will be getting a good exposure in a different sectors. So internship, you have to go for engineering internship whenever possible. The website is NCS that will just now go through in a next slide. Or you can participate through different student chapter. Every institute will be having a student chapter like IEI or civil engineer student chapter. So you can increase your network. Everybody knows Facebook. What is a Facebook? It is a network of people. Okay. So in the same way, there is another site called as a LinkedIn, where it is a network of professionals. If you registered yourself in a LinkedIn, you can find people who are working in a similar field. So I can just find out the people working in a teaching, like a professor, assistant professor, and principal. I can connect with them. In similar basis, a student can connect a highway engineer or airport engineer or civil engineer, and that way he is able to increase his network. So what we know is whenever there is a big network, there is a big opportunity for you to get a good job based on recommendation of people. Then to better your chances of job you can always interact with your teachers and professionals in the field. So professionals can be contacted on a through one-to-one person linking or through website like LinkedIn. Then you can always ask a question whether you are going to the site, you are going to the college, you are meeting to the faculty. You can ask a question, take information, take advice from your elders. So that way you will be in clear, you will be always clear where you are leading. You can create a good rapport with students and apart from student fraternity. So how you can increase your network of students? The usual way, increasing your friend circle, not within your school also, but apart from your school and colleges, you can increase your student network. Okay. Then the difficulty which is faced by fresher will be he doesn't have experience, and that's why he doesn't get a job. And it will be always told to him into the company that you get experience first. But as a fresher, If he is not going to join any companies, how he is going to get the experience? So that way, we can see that it will be always difficult for a fresher, and that's why we call it as a fresher loop. To break that loop, you must have some industry exposure, which is only possible through industry training or internship. Get that stamp on your certificates, CVs, and you will be treated as a at least somewhat experienced person. Then another way to increase your job opportunities will be enhancing intrapersonal skill. So people who will be moving or roaming around within the colleges, having a big friends circle, those are having very good intrapersonal skill. So those skill are communication, amalgamation of communication, which is in the verbal form as well as in writing. So you must be able to communicate verbally. You must be able to pass on your thoughts to the next person. Language, no barrier. You can talk in Marathi, you can talk in English. Then a good drafting skill, which is a again outcome of a good English. And it is possible only through practice, only through continuous talking in English. Another aspect by which you can increase your job opportunities will be always to listen yourself, your body and mind. So be healthy with respect to physics and mind. You will find a way ahead. Now regarding the internship and job opportunities, those data can be found out on various websites. Difficulty that faced by typically Maharashtra student is they don't know the access where to find these opportunities. If we take the case of Bihar students, many of the studying students have been studying to the examination, public sector units, PSUs, banks, engineering examinations, straight from their engineering careers. So they have got an objective. They know different options. They are preparing from their first year, second year. And for our Maharashtrian students, they will be looking at these options when they will be passing out. Okay. So some of the websites you can always check for job opportunities will be Freshers World is a website, or Naukri.com is there. Another website is a Faculty Plus if you want to join as a teacher in engineering colleges, or Career Advancement Scheme, NCS, like a National Career Services, where you can register your name. So this National Career Services, I will talk about this website in detail. It is a website set up by Ministry of Labor and Employment, where every big company is supposed to, big and private company is supposed to post their advertisement related to industrial training and internship. So whenever internship jobs are being offered, these companies have to specifically allow a fixed number of students on year to year basis. They have to show on the record that we have trained, say, 50 students for per year, 50 freshers per year. So they have to fill in that quota. And if the companies are big enough, even they are supposed to pay stipend to these internship. So if you join through, if you apply through this NCS website, National Career Services, there is good chance that you will be getting job opportunity in big companies as well as stipend also. Another option that we already know is a preparation for MPSC and UPSC, where it will take long preparation and limited space. Whereas in industry, opportunities are huge. So with this, I like to wish you all the best. And if you have got any queries, all my contact details are available on my website www.skpatil.com. You can ask your question through contact us page or through mobile number given. So instead of mobile number, I will always prefer you send me WhatsApp so that I can answer at my own pace. So if you got a few question answer, I'm ready to answer those now.
Uh, okay. Thank you, Patil sir, for your such a great guidance. I think everybody enjoyed it very well. You have touched the areas which were really untouched in our civil engineering, like you discuss about dock engineering, harbor, airport engineers, and their practices and their roles. So that was all very interesting part, I feel. Thank you so much. So moving towards our discussion part, we have few questions we'll discuss. So the first most, I feel it is important because we are having students all the way from diploma and degree colleges. As you have completed your uh, PhD from IIT Bombay, so I would request you to please share your experience or your all the way what mindset you had. How did you prepare it for going towards PhD of IIT Bombay?
Okay. So the question is related with how to join a PhD. Is it?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
You
madam?
can say that way. How to join PhD? How to go to IIT Bombay for post graduation? Or
Okay. I got the question. Now we can split this question in two forks first. So few people will be willing to join IITs at, for courses in masters. Now, as a engineers, uh, you must have seen a web series called as a Quota Factory. As a students, now there is a very good trend among the students to watch these web series. And what is being shown in the Quota Factory is there is a very less opportunities being offered to the students if they want to join to graduate courses in IITs. But in my opinion, if you have completed your graduation and want to join IITs for your MTech courses, that is a golden opportunity because the competition will be decreased because around 70-80% of graduate students will be moving out. They will not be interested to the joining to IITs. So mainly few students will be competing for space in master's courses. So depending on your liking, you can apply to courses in say civil engineering, transportation engineering, highway engineering, which is only accessible through GATE score. If you get a good GATE percentile score, you can join a good IIT or NIT. Now, what does mean a good score? Go to the GATE website and you will be able to find out cutoff number of figures for every course. So that will give you uh, how much score is required to say join IIT Kharagpur Transportation Engineering or Civil Engineering. So that way, for masters, I believe that will be the golden route if you want to join a different courses. Whereas I believe there are a few faculties who are willing to join for PhDs in IITs, and there is a uh, per IIT a different procedure is being followed. Few test the candidate based on written test, few based on interviews, and based on one-to-one interaction to the faculties, I will be able to guide. There is a even alternative method, that is a you have to use your intrapersonal skills to join IITs. And I can talk about that in one-to-one case only. Okay. So I think this I have answered your question.
Okay, so sir, my next question is, what are the opportunities after completing MS abroad? Like specifically, the student has asked about MS Environmental Engineering. So after completing that, what are the opportunities available for those students?
Okay. If you is completing MS, that is a engineering course, and as a master's course in India, because it has to be minimum 2 years. Okay. So if you have done MS, you will not be able to join a teacher job in Indian cities unless until you complete PhD. And if a student is doing his MS in outside companies, outside India, I can say you have got to work for through the nowadays various government or other concentrating on public safety, sanitary hygiene, and environmental engineer are in huge demand such opportunities. So you can next question, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. My very unique and last question I can say for this session I got on the chat box. What are the options
Okay.
like after completing civil engineering degree if we want to go for a law field, which are totally drastic, engineering to law? What are the opportunities or what should be the approach of doing it?
Oh, it is a very good question. Very good question. I can say that only graduation is never enough. Okay. So if any person who is joining to the industry, he will be learning by based on his experience. And if some student has asked for further education with exposure to the law, I can say that it is very good opportunities. Nowadays, every big company will be going for contracts, tendering, and they will be always running into some kind of a litigation. Big companies have people, lawyers who can take care of such legal matters. But if a civil engineer is there who knows core civil engineering principles and as well as the legal aspects, he will be surely accepted or he will be preferred in big companies. If someone is interested to take up the courses, I will say that you must concentrate on environmental laws, ISO 14001 standards, legal aspects, tendering laws in with respect to civil engineering. You must be able to read through the tendering clauses, so that way you can prepare yourself. Another aspect I can say that if some student is interested to join some legal courses with added advantage to his graduation, similar basis is on similar basis graduate civil can join as a management trainee like a MBA course. If he does such courses which are available in a bigger institute like a NICMAR, National Institute of Construction Management and Research, or any management institute, those people, if civil engineer is going to get a salary of say 14,000 in small scale companies or 50,000 in big scale companies after completion of a graduation, and if he completes some management course, his salary hike package will be straight away increased or doubled in my opinion. So that is a golden opportunity if you have got the time and aptitude for learning further. You can take up the legal aspect branch or management training also. So I hope I have answered you. Yes, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. So these were all questions which I saw related to our session on in the chat box. So all are cleared, and I think students have their clear minds related to that degree. Only diploma is not sufficient. We need to go for degree. We need to go for post graduation as well. So I hope students are motivated and will take it seriously and definitely go for it. Thank you so much, sir. We'll move to our
Thank
next.
you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So this was our first session. We are already running 10-15 minutes late to our second session. That happens due to technical. So I'll like to introduce our who will be taking over it. That is Mr. Hitesh Lohati, all the way from Civil Engineering Software Academy, Pune. So Hitesh sir is basically a practicing engineer. So we invited him all the way from Pune just to give you a practical knowledge. Means whatever we teachers teach you, that is mostly bookish or theoretical. So again, as I said before, just want to bridge that gap of practical and theoretical knowledge. So sir will give you a more brief about software coming up or already existing in our civil engineering field. Over to you, sir. Hitesh, sir.
Good morning, everybody. I hope I'm audible, and I hope my screen is also being visible.
Yes, sir, you are perfectly audible as well as your screen is visible.
So first of all, like a very good morning to all the participants, all who are listening to this particular webinar. I'm thankful to the management team of Gharda Institute. Along with that, I'm very much thankful to Patil sir and Snail ma'am to give me this opportunity to talk to you people. Basically, now as I was listening to the previous session, we were Kulkarni sir tried to explain you much about the civil engineering aspects, the career avenues. On that note, I would like to add one more thing. Basically, those who are already done diploma and then they are seeking admissions, or they are just trying to figure it out whether it would be good to join civil engineering, or those who are like not like pursuing diploma and like wishing to join the civil engineering branch. In this very first thing, I'll come to those students who are already doing second year and third year engineering bit later on. But for the one who are aspiring or wishing to join the civil engineering, I tell you one thing, basically, my dear friends, that this civil engineering is a core branch. And when you're checking the aspects, you're checking the avenues of the job perspectives or the further career or further future in civil engineering, it is immense. This particular branch will never have a slowdown, it will never have a lockdown. Yes, there would be some problems, and the problems basically what we practically face. Like, I would introduce myself. I am Hitesh Lahoti, and I've done my engineering in the year 2000. And since last 20 years, I'm working as a practicing structural engineer. Along with this, we are having an academy where we try to make, or we try to create professionally correct or professionally viable civil engineers. Along with that, we are also working in various sectors of civil engineering in last 20 years. So according to me, this particular branch might face some problems basically, but these problems are less, and what is shown all over in social media are more. This particular branch will never have any sort of problems. Yes, ups and downs are there, is everywhere, so they are there in this branch also. Secondly, after doing B civil, or after doing your completing your graduation in B, there are almost 30 to 35 different avenues where you can do your post graduations, and you can be available almost in every offices. The civil engineering branch is having its own what you call perspective, its own job opportunities, its own role in almost each and every sector, government sector, private sector, anywhere, any small setup these days, you require a civil engineer. Again, doing some post graduations in some IITs, NIITs, or doing some post graduations in environmental engineering, in doing some post graduations in some offshore structures, this is going to give you a very good very good avenue. Even after your BE Civil, basically after your BE Civil, you can be enrouted to some other engineerings also, say marine engineering. So this is a core branch and you can do almost everything. Now, having said this, coming to the students who are actually into like doing second year engineering, doing third year engineering, are into final year engineering, who might be listening to me, one of the most important aspects of civil engineering in almost every sector of civil engineering is the softwares. Now, when we started this academy, like in 2004, basically at that time I was having a vision that I'm in 2004, and now when I moved to 2014, at that time softwares will be the backbone of civil engineering. The civil engineering is going to change by multiple folds, and today is the day. Like since last 10 years, you can say each and every office, whether it is construction industry, whether it is any sort of industry in civil, whether it is a structural design office, whether it is environmental engineering, everywhere the softwares are used. So passing out from a good college, good university is a good qualification what you have, but to change this qualification into professionally viability or getting professionally correct, one should have the knowledge of softwares. So on this note, I will introduce my academy. The academy is Civil Engineering Software Academy. As I said, we started this way back in 2004. Thought process, what was there, as I already shared, that next vision was the software, so we started this academy. Secondly, when I passed out my engineering in the year 2000, and when I did some softwares for myself and I could fetch good jobs, basically at that time I worked for 5 years with some consultancy and then I started my own. But when I was searching jobs at that time, though that period was very you can say a premature period for softwares, but still at that time we could not find a single academy giving all the softwares under one roof. I found some mechanical engineers, some non-technical fellows teaching AutoCAD. At that time, AutoCAD was only a prevailing software. Very few of them, they knew other softwares. But I felt bad. Like a civil engineer should train a civil engineer. And with that thought, we started this academy. Now, today, after say 16 years, I'll brief what we all are doing and what would be okay for your careers. Now, as I said, we started this academy in 2004. We are the authorized official channel partners for Bentley Systems. Now, this Bentley System is the parent company of STAD. And since day one we started, we are the official channel partners for the parent companies, and we provide international certifications. We have trained as yet, you can say 10,000 professionals till date, but going like moving to the colleges and then preaching the softwares. I'll use the word preaching because at today is like you people are really the softwares, that what are the softwares and what should be, at least some names. But when I started at that time, it was like I had to go to the college, I had to convince the principal, I had to convince the HOD that these softwares are required and these softwares would be required for your students after 10 years down the line, 5 years, 15 years down the line. So in such way we could complete as such 150 training programs. We are having MOUs with prestigious institutions, like 50 plus prestigious institutions. Our reach is not only in Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, almost each and every college, except some colleges in Konkan area and some area in Mumbai, some colleges in Mumbai University, almost all the colleges we are having MOUs and we are doing trainings with them. Last 3 years down the line, we moved to Gujarat, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, and Goa. And with our good content, which was verified by all the experts, we are doing trainings almost all over India. Now, what is required by a civil engineer? Now, when he is in second year engineering, he should have a knowledge of AutoCAD and AutoCAD Revit. He should have an knowledge of AutoCAD and AutoCAD Revit. For structural design, obviously, when the subject is completed, each and every university is having its own curriculum, whether it might be third year final semester, second semester, or final year first semester. But for job opportunities and to create a job opportunity for himself as a structural consultant or in a structural consulting office, he should know STAD Pro, he should know STAD Foundation, he should know ETABS. There is one more aspect of civil engineering, that is project management. You find many project managers, like you find very like lucrative job opportunities in project management sectors also. For this, it is like a degree or a diploma, few months or few years working on site, and along with that a knowledge of MS Project and Primavera. This is a good avenue where you can like establish yourself nicely. One more sector of civil engineering is estimation and billing. Civil Engineering Software Academy is having its own way of delivering trainings on estimating and billing. Now, what we try to do, we try to give you trainings on all these softwares as required by the industry. As I said, I am a structural consultant. So my domain is structural softwares. I'll speak only on structural softwares. But yes, trainers, what do we have? Like we have made a datum. Anybody who is imparting training on the softwares, apart from this AutoCAD and AutoCAD Revit, anybody who is imparting training on these softwares basically is to have an industry experience of 5+ years, or else he's not a trainer. So we are maintaining this since many years. Now let us come to the other softwares, like all the softwares what we have one by one. Coming to the first software, that is AutoCAD. Now generally when we speak about AutoCAD, it is like, AutoCAD is taken very lightly by the young engineers. It is like looking at some videos where some friend is telling them some commands and line trim offset, and they are able to make a plan, and they say the AutoCAD is complete. But my dear friends, industry doesn't require AutoCAD at this level. AutoCAD will be required as if you should able to draft the drawings. You should be able to deliver the drawings in AutoCAD what are actually going on the site basically. So in that, it is an architectural plan basically, then comes the structural plan, then further it comes to foundation plans, the center line plan, further it comes to the detailed sections of staircases, further it comes to water tanks, detailed sections, details of trusses, details of truss. So these are the things what are required in AutoCAD. Like, you might be hearing this very eagerly and suddenly sitting over in Pune, and I'm simply telling you about AutoCAD. But a small difference is that this drafting should be known to each and every civil engineer. Not necessarily ki to civil engineer, he will be working on structural design only. He might go on site, but the intention is you should be able to read the drawings. So that was the thing what is AutoCAD is required. Coming to the second structural software, that is STAD. As I understand, these days down the line, the like students or the young engineering graduates who are going to come out from the colleges have very less inclination towards structural engineering. It might be due to the fact that when we start with our mechanics, or when we start with our SOM in first year and second year engineering, at that time there is a small threat or small frightening regarding the structural subjects, and then later on we don't turn up or we don't look at these structural softwares as a career avenue. But this is the most easiest task what you can say in structural engineering. Easiest as the sense your basics should be clear. Now very first software in this, which is generally everywhere, that is STAD Pro. Now in STAD basically like till last June, STAD VATI was a product which was like prevailing everywhere in the market. But from last June 19, STAD VATI has been closed down by Bentley Systems, the parent company. And Bentley System, even the industry, everybody is now shifting to STAD Connect Edition. Now, what this STAD Pro software was doing prior? It was doing the analysis and design of the buildings, and later on, like it was like those output of those softwares or the STAD software, we had to put into the drawings. Magashi je AutoCAD चे drawings दाखवले. We have to put the output of this particular software in the AutoCAD drawings and release it. Ata, the new software Connect Edition, what this Connect Edition is doing? Connect Edition basically is doing the analysis, is doing the design. It is it is preparing the drawings for you, it is preparing the BOQs for you, it is giving you the detailed quantities. So we'll come to one by one that how this connect edition works. Very first thing, what a young civil engineer might be in third year or might be in final year should know out of these softwares. Because when we term the software is always very vast, and nobody can explain the entire software in one go, and nobody can explore or learn the entire software in one sitting. But yes, considering the undergraduate students and considering the industry requirement, we have framed few modules which will make you ready to use for the industry. These are like, first is RCC buildings. Now when we speak on RCC buildings, basically there are some dead loads coming on the structure, there are some live loads coming on the structure, there are some wind and earthquake forces. So a building should be analyzed for almost building should be analyzed for almost 29 loading cases. We take care of this every now with all the aspects. Secondly, while imparting the trainings on the software, because we are practically laced with the practical trainers, we try to tell you, or we try to explain you all the design calculations which are not included in your curriculum. My idea is, if an engineer is an average student while doing his engineering, if at all the design calculations are told to him in detail, and then if he is exposed to the software, he can work or he can be fruitful for the industry. This is what we try to do in the RCC buildings. Further, when we tell you about the analysis and design of the truss. Further, we tell you about the analysis and design of the transmission line towers. Transmission line towers are those which you find high tension lines, which you find along the roads, which you find along the uh, uh, which you find in the this thing, what you call in your farms and all. So again, as I understand, transmission line tower is not part of curriculum of any undergraduate program. We were keen on telling you the theory of this transmission line tower and then move. And further, the water tanks. Why only this module, and why not other is included? Simple idea is, say if there are 100 consultants, 90% of them are working on all these 4 modules. So when it comes to job opportunity, you know what they want. And being a structural engineering firm, we try to give you everything. Moving ahead with this syllabus thing, now it is not like that we directly jump on the RCC buildings. First, we try to correlate it with your mechanics. We correlate it with your SOM. That what is this fixed condition? What is the simply supported condition? What are the inclined supports? Then we talk about all the foundations which you have studied, like elastic footing, the mat, the multilinear spring, inclined supports, geometric modeling. We further go with the special commands. We go with some plate element modeling. Plate is nothing but a huge column which can be termed as shear wall. Further, we go with all the loads in detail. Then we go with the earthquake analysis. There are 2 methods for earthquake analysis. One is the pseudostatic method, or the seismic equivalent method, and the second one is the response spectrum one. This is how a building looks inside this particular program, that is STAD. Further, the water tanks, steel designing. This was the truss what I was talking about. This was the industrial shade. This truss is part of an industrial shade. So we take a tour of that truss, because truss generally is being done in second year or third year engineering. You should understand that why this particular truss was there in your curriculum, because it is a part of industrial shade. So we correlate, again what I'm saying, we correlate you from your academics to the practical approach. Truss was done, same truss is analyzed. After that, same truss is fixed on the industrial shade, and you get these things. So this is the transmission line tower, basically, which I was talking about. So that was all about STRAD. Once I finish with the giving you the information of the softwares, please stay tuned. I'll be then giving you a small demo of Connect Edition, and then, if possible, we'll be talking about giving you a small demo on the on Revit also. Second structural engineering software which is prevailing, that is the that is ETABS. Now, what is ETABS all about? ETABS is also analysis and design software. It is also US based software, and it is used in almost all the consultancy offices. So the young engineers, they might question me, because these days, like when I was passed out at that time, that particular zest to learn all the things was there. These days, engineers, they want shortcuts. So a shortcut question, the engineer might ask me, sir, you spoke about STAD. You said STAD does almost everything. Now, in next 2 minutes, you have shifted to ETABS and you're talking about ETABS. So which software should be done? And which of both is more important, and all these types of questions. So I tell you, ETABS has its own place in industry. All high-rise structures. High-rise structure means a structure which is having height more than 75 meter is called as a high-rise structure. Now these high-rise structures basically are done by almost all the consultants using ETABS. But yes, when it comes to steel structures, as in I mean to say steel truss, the industrial shade, the tower, these are done inside STAD. There is no other option except STAD to do these structures. So each and every office is having both the softwares. If you want to penetrate any of the office, your resume should have both the softwares. Now let us see some peculiarities of ETABS. Like ETABS can do almost all the things like static loads, vertical loads, lateral loads. Again, few things that can be done only inside ETABS. Third year engineering or second or final year engineering, you might know that what is a column. Column, generally what you have studied is might be a rectangular column, it might be a square column, or it might be a circular column. Now square, rectangular, these are the cross sections. What if the cross section of the column itself is a T column? What if it is itself is a L column? It is a poly-shaped column. Such kind of columns can be done using ETABS. Design of beams with varying depths, that can be done using ETABS. Shear walls can be done using ETABS. And wind load, like there are some few aspects that ETABS is giving more practical approach to RCC buildings regarding wind loads. Now this is the thing I was talking about. This gray area shows the slab, and this red area, it shows the shear wall basically. These are the shear wall with openings. This white portion over here, it is showing you the openings. Now in this you can see that there is some poly-shaped thing. There is something like there is a T shape, there is L shape. These are the column in the plans. So such kind of columns can be done using ETABS. Beams with varying sections. These are the beams with varying sections, can be done using ETABS. This is how a building looks inside ETABS. It gives you a fantastic 3D view. So along with good analysis, it gives you a good view to look at. This is how a building looks inside ETABS. So that was all about the structural softwares, friends. We are also providing some career-oriented or 100% job-oriented courses. That is manual analysis and design of RCC structures along with STAAD Pro and ETAB training and certification. We are doing this since last 10 years now. But at this moment of time, I will not speak much on the manual analysis one. Let us move to other aspects of engineering softwares, that is, say, project management softwares. In the project management softwares, there is one software which is generally used, mostly used rather in the Indian firms, that is MS Project. MS Project basically is a project management software. Now, what is a project management, or what actually being done in project management? I know that you people might be having your own syllabus or your own theoretical subjects as construction management or like project management, or I don't know, in your curriculum. But in short, what is a project management? Say, for example, you are a civil engineer. One of your friend is non-civil engineer. He is having a place and he wants to build a house, say in 2 or 3 months, basically, or say 7 months, or he has given you a specified time. Funds is not a problem. What you will do, you will start getting to the aspect that how I will construct this house. You will go to an architect. Further, you will go to a structural consultant like me, get the designs done. You will go to an estimator, take the estimations, and you will start the work. While starting the work, you will face all sorts of problems what are there, and then you will end it in a particular time frame. But if at all you have not planned the things for some or unforeseen, say, latest example you take, you started the work in the month of January, February, March, everything went okay. In April, suddenly, because of this COVID-19, 3 months, the site was on hold. That means 3 months is a lag. In 3 months, you could not work anything. So this thing can be planned prior using such kind of softwares, that is MS Project. Now, what this MS Project is doing basically, MS Project will try to find out optimum cost and optimum duration for any of the project you are doing, and these are the two aspects where the success comes. The cost should be optimum and the duration should be optimum. And then how it works basically, you can prepare Gantt charts with your like building works, PCC works, finishing works. You can go for some network charts. You can go for it will give you the resource graphs, the monitoring of the work, lead and lag of the work. You can easily graphically represent it. The actual progress maintenance also program. This program gives you 2 or 3 options for actual progress maintaining, tracking of the work, the PERT analysis. So that is about comparison of the base and actual project. So that was about the project management software MS Project. So like when you're doing the software, the choice of the software should also be there. There are few more softwares like MS Project. There is some more software like Revit. Now let us come to second year engineering student who has been just introduced to this particular software of like to just being introduced to the branch. As I said, he should know AutoCAD. There is one more important thing these days is like Revit. So what is this Revit doing about? Now, Revit basically is a software which will turn your 2D drawings into 3D drawings. Revit is being used by the industry, but yes, civil engineering applications are limited for this Revit. They are limited. Limited means as such, why this Revit will be used when we are having softwares like 3D Max, or when we are having softwares like some other softwares like Google SketchUp and all. So Revit is not only restricted to your making 3D drawings or 3D buildings. Revit is used extensively by architects, and these days even structural engineers, they have started using Revit. How they are doing it? Now it is like initial days, AutoCAD 2D drawings were sent to us as a structural consultant. We used to answer those drawings in 2D, that we used to prepare 2D drawings. Now, what is the role these days? Architect will send you a 2D a Revit drawing to you, or Revit file to you, or Revit model to you. Model is 3D. Fine, I'll further I'll go and I'll explain that how this 3D model is being done. Model is 3D. Now this model is either exported, or rather you can say imported inside STAD, or it is imported inside ETABS. Beams and columns are designed. Again, that goes back to Revit, and from that it goes to project management consultants with the beams sizes, with the column sizes. He will put the plumbing lines, he will put the electrical lines, and then all sorts of drawings this Revit will release. So this is how the Revit is used in the industry. Again, few of the like advertisements in the market, they are also saying that building information module, BIM. BIM means Revit. No, BIM basically is something different. Yes, to show 3D modeling or to show the process, Revit can be used. Now coming further to Revit, this is the structural plan basically. This is how a structural detailing can be done using Revit. You can import an architectural plan, you can make a structural plan to it. This is the architectural detailing which can be done. 3D views can be done using Revit. Section perspectives can be done using Revit. Elevation views, the staircase sections, the rendered views. You can prepare the schedules, sheets. So that is all about Revit as in PPT. Further, having said about the softwares, so we saw about the structural softwares, we saw about the drafting softwares. Now at the end, like I'll take 5 more minutes of yours to explain you what is STAD Connect Edition basically. Many of you might have seen STAD VATI. Even if this particular program is being seen by some professors, even they might have been introduced to VATI, or they might have they might have taken 1 or 2 sessions of STAD Connect Edition. Let us move in detail with this STAD Connect Edition basically. Now, Connect Edition, STAD Connect Edition is like, this is the window. It is totally different than STAD V8i. Now I've just taken a particular this thing, what you call a model, wherein I want to show you that how actually this Connect Edition is working. So in this model, you will find that if I go to the 3D rendered view, you will find that there are some RCC members and there is some steel member also. And this is a long cantilever of 18 feet and all that, and we are constructing this. So I wanted to explain you one thing by taking this model, that RCC buildings and steel buildings, both can be done very easily using the Connect Edition. And this is being done. Loadings, almost all the loadings can be done. So after doing the analysis, basically, this will give you the deflection, this will give you the concrete design. Most important part in this is it is going to give you the detailing. So what is this detailing? When we are like continuing with this, suddenly you can click on Advanced Concrete Designer. Once you have clicked on Advanced Concrete Designer, basically you can click on Accept. It takes some time to open. It will take some time to open, and I'll show you the beauty of this software, that it actually will give you the detailing. You need to simply put on the client, you need to put all this, and then you simply need to create a new project. Once you have created a new project, it is going to open. It is going to create the project for you. It will check the entire members, and it is creating a project. Now, to design the columns. Now, columns have been designed in STAD also, but this particular program will give you the detailing. How that detailing works, let us go for auto design of the columns. Let us go for the auto design of the columns. You need to give this program the cases. It will generate the combinations on its own. All these combinations it has generated on its own. And then we will go for the sizing combinations. And then it is designing the things for you. Now the footings have been designed. If I want, I can have a text schedule of this. Look at this. It is showing almost all the text schedule. Say if I want to have a detailed drawing, text schedule, if I want horizontal schedule, generally we go for the horizontal schedule. So it has shown the schedule. I hope it is visible to everyone. It is showing column number 1. It is showing the thickness. It is showing the size. It is showing the dimensions. It is showing the short and long everything, like the steel along short direction, along long direction. Going for the reports, it can generate a detailed drawings for you basically. Now this is the detailed drawing. Say if I want to have the design calculations, it will show me the design calculations also. Look, it is showing me all the design calculations. Further, if we want, it will show you the bill of quantities also. Bill of quantities is also shown. If you want, you can have a if you want, you can generate a bar bending schedule. So what this software is doing, STAT, it is starting from the basics, that is the modeling, then doing the analysis, then doing the design. And in this design, it is also giving you almost all the aspects, like the detailing part, the bar bending schedule. It is giving you almost everything. So that was all about STAT Connect Edition. I explained you about Revit also. Now, if at all there are some queries coming from the students basically, or someone, kindly please let me know the queries. If at all it is the queries have been come to the host. Any queries?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
First, okay, we'll discuss one by one. So whatever posts are given, one which is very basic question which come to a mind of student, what does a drafting means? And what are the softwares which can be used for specifically drafting?
Now the drafting, basically drafting, I would explain it in a different way. Like site पर जो drawings जाएंगे, वो drawings हम लोगों को उनको लिख के भेजने हैं. Say for example, if I open this, अभी मैंने ये drawing बनाया, यहाँ पे जो ये फाउंडेशन का drawing आया, क्या किया हम लोगों ने? वी शोन अ कॉलम. ये कॉलम का साइज है, ये आरसीसी का साइज है. उसके बाद में पीसीसी आएगा, कॉलम का बार होगा, कॉलम का बार कैसे जाएगा, ये सब जो डिटेल्स बन रही हैं, दीज ऑल डिटेल्स आर नथिंग बट ड्राफ्टिंग, जिसको हम लोग ड्राफ्ट करके, जिसको हम लोग लाइक ड्रॉ करके हम लोग साइट पे भेज रहे हैं. दैट इज ड्राफ्टिंग. स्टैड का आउटपुट या तो ईटैप्स का जो भी आउटपुट है, वो हम लोग नहीं भेज सकते. जैसे यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ बार्स दिखाया है डिटेल ड्राइंग में, अगर आप देखें, या तो डिजाइन समरी में, तो टेक्स्ट शेड्यूल में अगर आप देखें, तो भाई कॉलम नंबर 1 है, उसका साइज ये होगा, पीसीसी का आरसीसी साइज ये होगा, शॉर्ट डायरेक्शन, लॉन्ग डायरेक्शन, ये सारा लिख के भेजना है अपने को साइट पे. जब ये लिख के भेज रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये ड्राफ्ट करके भेज रहे हैं, और ये सारा काम हम लोग ऑटोकैड में करके भेज रहे हैं. तो एनी कैड सॉफ्टवेयर, भले वो ऑटोकैड हो या ऑटोकैड रिलेटेड सॉफ्टवेयर हो, उसमें ये चीज होती है. सो दिस इज द ड्राफ्टिंग. मैंने ऑटोकैड के जो असाइनमेंट्स आपको बताई, I'll show you again few of the assignments which I shown. वो कुछ असाइनमेंट्स मैंने आपको बताई कि ये जो हैं, ये पर्टिकुलर असाइनमेंट्स में, कि भाई जैसे स्टेयरकेस है, स्टेयरकेस में रेनफोर्समेंट कैसे जाएगा, ये स्टेयरकेस में ये रेनफोर्समेंट ऐसे जाएगा, कि भाई यहाँ पे बार ऐसे होगा, ये बीम ऐसे आएगा. ये सारा हम लोगों को बना के भेजना है. तब जाके साइट पर जो भी फिटर है, जो भी इंजीनियर है, उन लोगों को पता चलता है कि कौन सा बार कैसे जाता है. एंड ये जो ड्राइंग्स बना रहे हैं, इसको ड्राफ्टिंग बोलते हैं. एंड ऑल दीज ड्राइंग्स आर डन इनसाइड AutoCAD. आई होप आई हैव आंसर्ड दिस क्वेश्चन प्रॉपर्ली.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have cleared it very wonderfully. So thank you so much for this answer. Because yes, students are asking basic because they want to know from the base level. So
Yes.
this was wonderfully explained. My next question is, like right now the students attending this session are from diploma second year, third year, final year, even from degree second year, third year, final year. So
Okay.
which softwares would you recommend student to learn at the second year, then at the third year, then at the final year? Because that way their subjects are also varying. Like at second year, they don't have, they have analysis subject of structure. And in third and final year, they have more of design subjects.
I'll
Management. So which subject they should, which software they should go likewise from their second, third year for diploma as well as for degree students, according.
I'll explain in that. Look, if it is like first year engineering, might be degree or diploma, first year I don't recommend anybody doing any softwares, because first year में आप लोग पहले engineering में आ जाओ पूरी तरह से. After that you do the software. Second year, yes, either degree or diploma. At that time, you people are hardly introduced to any of the structural drawings या तो structural softwares. Hardly आप लोगों को what you all know is mechanics and SOM. And building construction के subjects साथ में चल रहे हैं आपके. तो I think that particular point, AutoCAD, Revit, these are the only two softwares which you should do in second year engineering. In our institute in Pune, many of them, they come in second year also telling us कि नहीं, we want to do STAT, we want to do this, that, but these are of no use in second year engineering. AutoCAD should be known properly with all the details what I have shown. Along with that, AutoCAD Revit, if at all people wish, because as I said, Revit is made like an hue and cry all over industry. Anywhere I go, I'm moving through almost many colleges all over India, you can say. Anywhere I go, student come to me, sir, Revit nahi sikha rahe ho. Revit is having very limited applications to civil engineer. In fact, softwares like AutoCAD, Revit, GIS, 3D Max, these are not core civil engineering softwares. These softwares can be learned by anybody, and then you will end up yourself in extra competition. But yes, for an additional knowledge, secondary engineering, you can know AutoCAD, you can know AutoCAD, Revit. Along with that, especially for second year students, these days there is one more course which we have developed. I'll be telling that in very few minutes, basically in 1 or 2 minutes. The course is like training on practical aspects of residential construction site, pre-construction, construction, and post-construction. Now, what we or my faculty has tried to do in this, like when we start or when we plan about any of the site, architectural design, legal process. Now, legal process is not included in the curriculums. I have recommended to many of them that some legal process should be recommended in the curriculum. Then comes the structural design, budgeting, planning, marketing, sales, and finance. Once I know all these things, only after that I can start the site. So we have made very small videos with practical approach with all this. Then after that, we actually start with the site cleaning, demarcation, running the site activities, project procurement, inventory management. Further, it goes to safety management, quality control, services and amenities management, possessing handover and handing over process. So it is like from start of the architectural process to the handing process. So this is very fruitful was for secondary engineering, because many of the universities in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, they ask the students to do internships, and when they were doing internships, we tried to give them this particular training, and everybody was happy enough, because when it goes to internship, they are hardly having 1 or 2 months. In 1 or 2 months, they cannot understand all the aspects. But if second year engineering student comes to know that these are the things what he has to do in entire life, basically. So this is an entire full-fledged course which we have developed prior to this. So that is all about the second year engineering students. Now, when it comes to third year engineering students, now in third year engineering students, they are quite mature, or you can say liable, basically, to learn the structural softwares like STAD and ETABS. They can do that. Till the time project management subject is not introduced, student is not advised to do MS project and Primavera. But yes, once the construction management or project management subject is introduced, maybe in final year, they can go for MS project. This will also suffice the need of the person who is coming for the interview, that he wants one particular structural engineering software in their bag. So they can do STAD or ETABS, anything, whatever is required. They can always do MS project in final year engineering. So that is the thing what they can do. I hope this is being answered. Any further queries?
Yes, sir. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me.
So one more question. Students are asking if after graduation, after completing their BE, if they want to go for law, like legal aspect for arbitration, are there any softwares for as such?
No.
No softwares. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Just wanted to get it clear from.
No. If everything comes on softwares, all lawyers will be. So this is not possible. But yes, whoever has asked this legal process, what we are trying to explain, that much is necessary for a civil engineer. Look, you are not going to do some software, or you're not going to put that black coat and go to the court. But yes, you can help you if you come from a family who is into civil engineering things, or you are going for some tendering and contracts. Basic things of like this this law or the legal process should be known, and that we have included in that, so that you don't make mistake. Because when it comes to civil engineering, when it comes to purchase, when it comes to work, it involves crores of rupees, and a single law aspect, if you are not aware of, that will lead you in a problem. I found some universities, they have started with history, explaining history and biology in second year engineering. I objected on that. I have written letters to the universities that instead of history and biology, this legal aspect should be put. But as such, it is not there. So these students answer to this question: no, there is no software. Secondly, if you do legal process this with this practical course of ours, that would be sufficient. Next question, please, ma'am.
Okay. So the next question is, where asked, so yours was more technical core subject related, like stat, beam, rivet, and everything. So that awareness is there among the students already. They are asking about what about MS Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint presentation softwares? Like, are they useful in civil engineering, and what are the importance?
Yes. Along with that, there is one more thing which is important, that is soft skills. I will be speaking on that also in last 1 or 2 minutes. Regarding this MS Excel, yes, MS Excel, advanced MS Excel is backbone of every civil engineer. Like not only civil engineer, any technical fellow should know Excel very nicely. Now, what we are trying to do, we have developed a particular course of estimation and costing using MS Excel. Now, what we are trying to do in this, we are trying to teach MS like estimation and costing with the advanced formulae in MS Excel. So, if MS Excel is known to you in the with the aspects of estimation, with the aspects of structural engineering, you will be succeeding at your workplace very fast. You can make the estimates quickly. You can make the work charts very quickly. PowerPoint presentation, yes, it is required, but it is part of something called as soft skill, and in I'll brief on that bit later on when I finish with the questions. So now I hope I have answered question regarding MS Excel and PowerPoint. Both the things are necessary. Look, my young engineers, it is like when you are going on the side, that means आप एक, if I say it in Hindi, आप एक युद्ध पे जा रहे हो, and when you are going for that युद्ध, you should have all those tools in your bow, that anybody asks any question, you can simply put it at right place. Only then you can succeed, because lakhs of engineers are passing out every year. You should have some special qualities, only then you are going to survive in the market. So MS Excel and PowerPoint is necessary. Next question, ma'am.
So one student have asked if he scores good in GATE, and then what software he should study. Like, I really, but these are students' questions. I think we need to satisfy this. But according to me,
No, I'll answer this very correct.
Software doesn't.
No. I'll answer it very nicely. Look, my dear friend, even if you get a gold medal in your college, still the softwares are necessary. Our industry is not like some other industries where you score very good marks and you will be getting jobs. Qualifying GATE, qualifying B is your qualification. Yes, you got the qualification. But what about the professional qualification? Linking your qualification to professionalism, softwares will be required. Am I clear with the answer?
Yes, sir. You had nicely put it in very short words. I hope that is conveyed to the students who have asked these questions. So basically, your qualification should not be correlated with the skills, and that's what our webinar is talking about. Thank you so much, sir. So these were all questions.
If the questions are complete, I would like to explain the very last part of this webinar in next 5 minutes. So are the questions over? Should
Yes,
I?
sure, you can proceed. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll continue with the things. There is
Yes.
one more aspect wherein I feel that civil engineers are lagging behind. And like when I did my engineering, I did it from a very rural place called Dhule in Maharashtra. And I would like to share this thing with the young engineers. Like when I came to Pune, like I was very, I think, being a university topper when I passed out, I think I was quite okay with my technical terms, but yet still I faced a lot of problems when I was going for the jobs. Why? Because the communication skill was lagging, because the presentation skill was lagging. And even today also, when I move to many of the colleges in rural areas, basically, and I find still today, like 50%, 60% students are lagging in these communication skills. Though colleges have already started such kind of skill development programs in their colleges through the agencies, but still when they come for the interviews, they are not in that professional way. And here where I feel that my civil engineering fraternity should explore. So these days down the line, we have started giving soft skills free of cost along with any software training. So what is this soft skill? Basically, first aspect of that is communication skill. Second one is the interviewing skills, because these days, amid COVID, now all the skills would be like all the interviews would be going to be online. So should know what kind of interviews are there: telephonic interview, video conferring, considering face-to-face interview, group interviews. Further is effective presentation. You should be very effective in your presentation. Here, where there the PowerPoint comes in picture, it is one of the tool of the presentation. Further, there is something called as personality grooming and time management. So these things are necessary, which we have already introduced. One more thing which I would like to explain to the students, that software trainings, if at all is availed, these days markets are flooded with videos, and according to me, there is no software training if you don't get hands-on. Hands-on means the software should be there with you. Looking at the videos, you cannot, like, you will understand everything, but when you are going to the industry and using it, you won't be able to use it. So what we have done at CESA, if at all people are enrolling for this software course, basically, in general, what we try to do is we try to install the software in his computer or her computer, and then further we try to give the training one-to-one, as he or she will have to use it. So one-to-one training, live sessions are necessary, and we are striving to do that. So from my end, I have explained the technical aspects. I tried to tell you about the importance of civil engineering. I tried to tell you about the soft skills. So I would like to conclude from my end with an apology that I got a bit late, one thing, and secondly, again, there was some internet issue at my place. So that is a very big apology from my end. So from my end, everything what was to be explained is over. If students are having no doubts, ma'am, you please continue or take guide on.
One more question, student is emphasizing. Uh, Online industrial training, is it useful? This will be the last question.
Online industrial training, it depends, like what content that person has put in. Look, whatever, as a student, whatever you get is useful. Very first thing. Apart from curriculum, whatever you are getting is useful. But in online training, just as I said, for example, our course of practical aspects of pre-construction, post-construction. Now, this is online video, but the content of those videos are put it in such a way with all the examples live on the site, as if you are actually visualizing the site. So yes, that is useful. But if I come to software, and if I term it as an online industrial training, and if I'm only showing you the videos of the software, it won't be useful. So this is what it will be, all depending on the content what is being there. So students and the professors, they should verify themselves that what kind of online trainings these guys are taking into.
Thank you so much. All the questions which were put in the chat box, all you have cleared it very nicely. And not only very core softwares, you have also talked about soft skills. You have also talked about MS Excel, presentations, Microsoft. Everything is cleared in civil engineering minds, upcoming students. Thank you so much. And I know you were caught up in some really bad emergency, but still you came up and with a good spirit and you did it all. I'm really very much thankful for this, sir. So one announcement for the students I would like to make. Please subscribe to our channel. So those who have missed the video live streaming because of net connectivity, if you subscribe it right now, you will get all the notifications. So you can watch it later also when you have a good net connectivity. So that's it for today. It's already more than our timing, and this happens usually in the technical online spirits. So we'll stop here, and tomorrow again we'll connect sharp 10 a.m.
Thank you everyone. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.